up here for the morning. Come on.
Last chance.
Absolutely. Hey, let's talk about the series here. The Mariners have a real good chance, just as we talked about yesterday, with the really good pitching to come out of here with 2 out of 3.
Well, they do, and this is going to be a great pitching matchup. So the offense for the Mariners is going to be important. They have Paxton. You feel good about it anytime that he takes the mound. But Hamels has pitched well. His record doesn't reflect it, but a good ERA. So I think you really have to look at the offense. And, again, just keep winning series, and things will work out, especially now that the schedule is in their favor. You'd like to see them take care of business today.
Absolutely. After today, go to Boston for 3 games. Let's upwards.
2 really good
Well, the Mariners in this portion of their East Coast swing, not too far from Center City, Philadelphia. We're in South Philly, where they get ready to take on the Philadelphia Phillies in the rubber match of this series. Welcome to Mariner Baseball, everybody. Glad you could join us from the bank, Citizens Bank Park. Here in Philly, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Nice day, 83 degrees, cloudy, ready to go. Let's take a look at the Mariner lineup that will face one of the fine pitchers, Cole Hamels.
Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it'll be Austin Jackson. He was able to get things going for the Mariners, scoring a run with a couple of stolen bases in the first inning yesterday. Then it is Taylor moving up to hit second. Cano, Morales, Seager in the middle of the lineup. DeNorfia will hit sixth and play left field. Having a good road trip, 333 average with a triple and an RBI. Morrison, Sucre, and Paxton, the pitcher, rounding out the nine for the Mariners. For Hamels on the year, 6-6 record, but a fine ERA at a 2.44, 149 strikeouts to only 45 walks. Opponents hitting .230 against him. And again, his fastball velocity has been up this year, been consistently 94, 95 miles an hour. He's always had the great changeup, and he's throwing a spiked curveball, a 12-6 curveball. He likes to bury it in the dirt.
Hamels a quick worker, and the next pitch fouled off by Jackson. Take a look at the umpires for today. Ron Culpa's got balls and strikes. Mark Ripperger at first, Lance Barksdale at second, and Kerwin Danley at third. Hamels has not won a game since the 29th of July. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman, Utley, and there's one away.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Phillies this afternoon. Ruff getting the start in left field, Revere in center, Bird out in right. Blanco started shortstop in the first game of the series at third base this afternoon. Rollins and Upley up the middle. Howard at first base, and Nieves getting his first start of the series will do the catching this afternoon.
Cole Hamels, 30 years old, out of San Diego, California, lives here in Philly, 6'3", 195. That's what he did against the Mariners in a loss 3 years ago. There's Taylor batting in the two-hole.
Again, talking about Hamels, was walking around and remembering that start. Asked if he was still around 91, using a cutter and a changeup. And the people I have talked to said no, it's a lot of fastballs, and he'll be 94, 95 with the great changeup.
Ben Revere in center field with the sunglasses on makes the play.
And he has been on a great run. You have to go all the way back to May 27th against Colorado when he's given up more than 3 runs in an outing and just 4 in that one.
He's been devastated by lack of run support. Really, it's crazy. In July, put up some really good numbers. Tremendous numbers. 4-1 with a 1.94 ERA. 0-1 in 3 starts in August with a 1.71. There's Cano. Strike one. Cano second to Jose Altuve, 1 for 8 on the series. Second leading hitter in the American League, 0-2.
And just like the scouting report so far, going right after guys, nothing but fastballs from Hamels.
Hamels the MVP of the 2008 World Series and the National League Championship Series, and a 3-time All-Star. When it looked like the Phillies might be clearing house right around the trade deadline, his name came up, and Phillies obviously would be looking for a big package, but Hamels said, hey, I want to stay here in Philly. And it's worked out for him to this point.
And there it is, 95 miles an hour, elevated fastball on the outside corner.
East Coast swing will continue in Boston. Mariners enjoy a day off tomorrow. Fly ball left field. Darren Ruff for the catch, and the Mariners are retired in the first inning. Looking forward to seeing James Paxton take on the Phillies when we get back. 5-2 Mariner win yesterday behind Hisashi Iwakuma. He set a high standard. James Paxton, let's see if he can pick it up, keep it going against these Phillies. Here's a look at their lineup.
And for manager Ryan Sandberg leading off, it will be Ben Revere. Want to keep him off the bases. A lot of stolen bases this year. And how about Jimmy Rollins? Spent his entire career with the Phillies, 15 seasons. Utley, the two of them have been together. Utley's been here for 12 years. And it's Howard and Bird in the middle of the lineup. Ruff, Nieves, Blanco, the third baseman, hitting eighth, and Hamels, the pitcher, rounding out the nine for the Phillies. For Paxton, has really pitched well. His stuff is right back where we wanted it to be since coming back off the DL. This will be his fourth start, a 2.20 ERA. 24 strikeouts, only 6 walks. Opponents hitting just 2.04 against him. And the defense for the Mariners. In the outfield, Denorfia in left, Jackson in center, Morrison getting the start in right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager at third. Chris Taylor had last night off back at shortstop today. Cano and Morales on the right side of the infield. And Jesus Sucre will do the catching. For Paxton, good fastball, 95 to 97 miles an hour. Great curveball. Throw a couple of them. They'll throw one early in the count, a little bit softer, trying to get a strike with it. And then, of course, his strikeout pitch, that 12-6, bouncing off the plate curveball and a changeup.
Strike one to Ben Revere. As the Phillies, back-to-back days, see a pitcher for the first time. Off to a good start. Revere, the number 2 hitter in the National League at 313 behind Justin Morneau at 317. He of Colorado.
You mentioned the Phillies facing Paxton for the first time, Iwakuma last night. And as you mentioned on the post game last night when we were done, brilliant performance by Iwakuma.
Fabulous. And again, hello baseball nation, pay attention. This guy's good. He's great. I mean, his numbers are just outstanding.
I was talking to Larry Anderson.
L.A.
Yes.
Good guy. Up the middle, base hit.
When I was talking to Larry Anderson, and he saw Iwakuma for the first time, he said he was aware of him, had no idea he was that good. And you look at his last 10 starts, 7-3 record, but a 1.63 ERA, 10 starts, only 4 walks. Opponents hitting just 200 off of him. He really has been outstanding. But he told me today, and it's something you and I have been talking about, he said, hey, all those other teams in the American League do not want to see your club in the playoffs. And he hasn't seen Felix yet, but he started with Felix. He said, with Iwakuma, and now I hear a lot of good things about this kid. And, of course, the year that Chris Young is having. I said, we've talked about that a lot. They have some work to do, obviously. We're right there with the Tigers in that second wild card spot, but I think a lot of clubs are starting to feel that way, Dave.
Hey, there's no doubt. The guys you talk to, the guys I talk to, there's a lot of overlap, and it's pretty much unanimous. Dude, we do not want to see you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah. So,
or heaven help the people who do see in the playoffs. Yeah, it's you know what? First time we've had people come up, hey guys, you guys are really playing well. It's a different feeling.
It's fun. It makes it fun. It's fun in the clubhouse. It's fun in the dugout. And it's fun on the field. You take a look at the career of Rollins, 214 home runs.
Great break by Revere. No chance.
Fourth throw to first. Another stolen base.
Ben Revere with another stolen base is 37th. He's third in the National League behind D. Gordon and Billy Hamilton.
Yeah, and it's these types of things. We talked about it a lot with the Mariners over the last 2 weeks, taking advantage of mistakes by other clubs. And when you have the type of pitching matchup that you have today, you have to keep the mistakes to a minimum. And that was one right there, James, to throw a little bit wide at first. Didn't give Morales a chance to try to throw him out at second base.
Rollins, the all-time hit leader, surpassing Mike Schmidt, who we saw at the hotel this morning. And his golf clubs in his hand. Mike, you would have been proud.
You saw him in the hotel this morning. You didn't give me a text message.
But he looked good, too. Schmidt, he's 64 years old, one of the all-time greats. Hall of Famer. Check swing. There's Sucre. Throw down Morales.
Big strikeout. Keep Revere at second base.
Okay, 2-3. One down.
That'll bring up Utley. Utley's been swinging the bat out well lately for the Phillies. They've had their struggles offensively this year. 12th in average, 10th in home runs, 13th in slugging, and 12th in on-base percentage. But Utley has been playing well over the last few weeks. .284 hitter with 11 home runs.
Taylor holding Revere at second. First pitch to Utley, ball one. Chase 0 for 4 with a run scored in last night's game.
When you look at Rollins and Utley in the lineup, they've been able to put those two together for a long time. 12 years they've been together now here in Philadelphia. And both of them exceptional players.
Oh, no doubt about it. Perennial all-stars during the peak years, and sort of reminiscent of Whitaker and Trammell in Detroit in the mid-'80s, early mid-'80s.
For players that have started their careers with an organization, as far as the combos at the middle, you mentioned Trammell and Whitaker. They've obviously played the longest together. These two the second longest.
Was it Davey Lopes and Bill Russell played together for a long time at Dodger infield. 1-0.
Good fastball on the outside corner. He looks as if he has real good command of his fastball here in the first inning. A good sign for Paxton. That's been the latest thing that we wanted to see for him. Coming off the disabled list, his stuff has been there from the start, but a little bit inconsistent. So far, he's been able to dial up the outside corner against these left-handed hitters.
Hit well right field, and making a catch, Logan Morrison gets it back in quickly. Good ride there by Utley, but 2 down.
And a good play by Morrison in right field. He's laughing about it now, but he had to get back in a hurry. Most of you know Logan plays a lot of first base when we're playing against the American League clubs, but no DH, and Lloyd wants to get Morales in the lineup, so Morales at first, and Lloyd put Morrison out in right field, but a good catch right there. Ball was hit hard.
Still hoping Morrison can get one, maybe ride one out of here before we leave. 3:30 down the line. Ballpark should have made for him. Here's Ryan Howard. Just left a bunch of my high school classmates, and they're still bemoaning Howard's downfall. He had a lot of problems after just being a dominant power guy for a lot of years here in Philly. Hoping for a resurgence. They said, sort of like being late in his career, have the surge that Big Papi David Ortiz has had over the last 7-8 years.
Well, he has 2 more years remaining on his contract after this year, so
huge dollars too.
25 a year, and so you bet they want him to start swinging it again. 18 home runs this year. I think his RBIs are okay. 77 RBIs, still has a chance to drive in 100, but his average is down at 221.
And the RBIs have him in the top 10. Tied for 4th. He and Desmond of Washington. We'll see them later in the month. Schedule for the Mariners has Boston coming up, then Texas at home, and then the Washington Nationals next weekend. Good ball club. Leaders in the National League East.
And obviously every game when you get to this point in the season, they're all important, but we'd like to see them certainly win these series. Philadelphia has struggled this year, as you mentioned, going into Boston. They've had their struggles. Have to take advantage of it, because once they get to the Nationals, and it's the Nationals and it's Oakland, and those are going to be a couple of tough series.
Count runs full, 2 outs, runner at second. Yeah, it's interesting is you don't want to you look just to see what's coming, without putting any values on wins, losses, and that kind of stuff. But it is a heck of a schedule in that last month. At Oakland, at Texas, Houston always pesky, Oakland, and then the killer road trip, LA, Houston, and Toronto.
Yeah, and finish up with LA.
Yeah. And Howard draws a walk. Very careful.
You don't like to see that. He was ahead of him 0-2, wasn't able to put him away, and now when you look at the lineup for the Phillies, this is the guy against a left-handed pitcher that you didn't want to see come to the plate. Marlon Byrd, 270 with 23 home runs on the year. I think he's the one that Paxton, as he looks at the lineup, would have been circled as the guy to be careful with.
4th in home runs in the National League. Giancarlo Stanton with 32, Anthony Rizzo with 29, Justin Upton with 24, and Bird with 23. Bird right behind Howard with 71 RBIs, also in the top 10. 0-1. Phillies have lost 6 of 8 and 8 of their last 11. Meanwhile, the Mariners, if they could win today, high water mark, 12 games beyond 500. Coming to today's game, the 7-7 mark since the All-Star break on the road.
This next pitch will be 20 for Paxton here in the first inning.
1-1.
Good changeup. First changeup he has thrown in the game.
Businessman special. I think one of the first games I ever went to as a kid was on a day like this.
Was it a doubleheader?
No, it wasn't a doubleheader, but I was like 12, 13 years old, and my mom said, "Yeah, you can go to the ballpark." Like, way cool. Couple of the guys, bus, subway, walk over, boom, watch some baseball. It's right after school. Phillies with a first inning threat here. 1-2 pitch coming to Bird. Off his fist, there's Seager.
I hit him in the leg.
Nose hurt.
Yeah, foul ball. Well, it hit off his shin, maybe the top of his foot. Let's take a look at it. Off his knee.
Oh, brother. That pain might go away in the 6th inning. Wait for that one to go away. One and two. We'll check his swing. Stopped by Sucre. '25-year-old left-hander James Paxton. Overall mark in his very brief career in the big leagues, 6-0.
Mariners play Bird straight away on the infield and the outfield. Take a look at the defensive alignment. Straight up. Too many pitches for Paxton here in the first. His next pitch will be 25 in the inning for him.
Hit the screen right in front of Lloyd McClendon with that foul ball. There's a look at the pitches here against Bird. Two and two, 2 out, 2 on. Struck him out. Big strikeout by James Paxton. He did have to throw a lot of pitches. He does strand 2 in the first inning. No score here in Philly. Good-looking close-up of the Philly fanatic. And the Mariner Moose, two of the best in the business. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports Crew. Second inning here in Philly. Comfortable day. Businessman special. And a good matchup. Cole Hamels against James Paxton. Here's Kendrys Morales to lead it off, followed by Kyle Seager and Chris Denorfia.
Different first inning for Hamels and Paxton. Hamels throwing just 10 pitches in the first. Paxton 26. So James is going to need a couple of quick innings. Hamels basically has just stayed with his fastball going right after the Mariners.
Two and 0 to Morales. You can tell Hamels, veteran guy. You just tell by the way he carries himself.
And the confidence that he has. He's having a good year. Again, came into the game with a 2.44 ERA. Hasn't had any run support, but he has pitched well for the Phillies this year. The last pitch, a little cut fastball, trying to get it in on the hands of Morales and missed with it. So a good count for Kendrys right now, 3-1.
Gives it a ride. Straightaway center. Going back Revere on the track of the wall. Giddy up. Gone. A home run for Kendrys Morales. 1-0 Mariners. For Kendrys. Fourth home run. 30th RBI. Hamels challenged it. And Morales wins.
I think sometimes for a hitter, you can get up there and not have any doubt. Hamels has thrown all fastballs, and this is another one in a hitter's count, 3-1 count. It's elevated above the belt. Kendrys has swung the bat pretty well, hitting right-handed. It's been the left side that's given him some issues, and he'll hit it well over the fence up there in the bushes. Well, that's good to see for the Mariners.
For the season for Morales, his second home run hit right-handed.
In dead center field, 401 to dead center. Takes Revere all the way up against the fence, and it's well back.
Kyle Seager, the hitter, counts at 1-1.
Kyle hit his team leading 19th home run last night. A 3-0 count.
Let that guy stay as hot as the weather. Kendrys Morales. 1-2 to Kyle. Of the damage he did, 3-0 last night, leading off the sixth. 3-0 count. Man, did he hit it.
Well, it's interesting. The Mariners this year, Lloyd McClendon, obviously that comes from the manager. The manager has to let you swing, and the Mariners are 3 for 7 in 3-0 counts. 2 home runs, both of them Kyle Seager.
Utley takes his time. Throws out Seager. One away with a run in on the homer by Morales. Mariners, they're going to return home next Monday. 7:10 start to face the Rangers. They're going to continue their hunt for the postseason. And what's more, fans can pick up select $10 view level seats as part of BECU Family Night. To secure your savings, log on to Mariners.com for tickets. There's Chris Denorfia. Seen lots of Hamels over the years during his time in San Diego. He's 4 for 17 against Cole.
One of the 4 hits, a home run.
That home run given up by Hamels, 10th home run allowed, with the season second in his last 6 starts.
And a 3-0 count for Denorfia.
Logan Morrison on deck. Morales playing at first base today. 3-1 pitch. Homers a straightaway center field. 3-1 here. Fly ball towards the line. Marlon Byrd running out of room. Can't get it.
I was talking to Rick Riz on the pregame show today. We were talking about Kyle and hitting in a 3-0 count. I thought it was interesting right there. Seager, of course, homering on the 3-0 pitch last night, but Northfield 3-0. Was watching. There's Donnelly, the third base coach. That's typically he'll give you the sign. There's a changeup. First changeup we've seen from Hamels. He'll give you the sign whether you can swing or not, and it looked to me as if he gave him the sign to swing, but Denorfia decided not to. Took a fastball in the middle of the plate. I was telling Rick, there's certain hitters that just they don't feel comfortable swinging 3-0. They feel like their swing gets too long, too big, and they make too many outs doing that. Other hitters like it. Kyle obviously does, but I'm wondering if Denorfia, the more we watch him, if that's something he just doesn't like to do.
Where'd you fit in there?
Let me swing. Hey, if I know I'm going to get a fastball.
How hard can you swing? How far can you hit it?
That's it. That's it. I was fortunate playing for Lou early in my career, and after he gained some trust and let me go, I really enjoyed it. You don't get many opportunities to do it. They're very rare. And I think if you get the advantage in your favor, 3-0, 3-1 count. Key is you have to look at an area where your strength is. You just don't swing at the pitch because it's thrown. If it's in an area that you like, that's a strength, then you turn it loose.
Logan hits it hard on the money. One hop. Nice chest save by Marlon Byrd to keep it in front of him. As you saw, Logan having a nice run here. Base hit with 2 outs.
Well, you mentioned it. Maybe do some damage in this ballpark. The only reason why he doesn't on this pitch is because he didn't elevate it. He hits it about as hard as you can into right field, a screaming line drive.
Bring up Jesus Sucre with Morrison at first. Fouled off by Sucre. Sucre, a fine defensive catcher. Spells Mike Zunino once or twice a week. Ball and 2 strikes. Way inside, 2-2. Hamels' most successful stretch from mid-July to the latter stages of that month. 3 consecutive wins at Atlanta, against the Giants, and at the Mets. 2 no decisions and a loss since then. No advancement. That's what he's done his last 6 starts, and those are impressive numbers.
A 1.23 ERA. You bet. 43 strikeouts, 7 walks for Hamels. Again, throwing a lot of fastballs. He has a good fastball this year, back up to that 94, 95 mile an hour range.
3-2 to Sucre. Runner goes. Swung on a miss. And that'll do it. Highlight of the inning. A 3-1 pitch. Hammered straight away center field by Kendrys Morales. Kendrys with his 4th homer of the season. Got all of it. Mariners have a 1-0 lead here in Philly in the rubber match in the Quaker City. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports, being brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, welcoming the smooth, soulful sounds of Anthony Hamilton September 13th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And by Ford, we are local. Good look at Center City, Philadelphia City Hall in the front. You got the Comcast Center in the back. Look like newer versions of the Chrysler Building in New York City. Fifth largest market in the country here, Philly. Kendrys Morales as the Mariners on top. Home run straight away, and good to see Mariner fans. Big Larry Bernandez, a.k.a. Felix Hernandez, fan there with that T-shirt. Leading off for the Phillies is Darren Ruff, their left fielder, followed by Will Nieves, the catcher, and third baseman Andres Blanco.
Well, let's see if James Paxton can have a quick inning. Had to throw 26 pitches in the first.
Anything in particular that you saw that led to him having to have such a high pitch count?
Well, I think the only thing is the walk to Howard. He was in front of Howard 0-2. And then it looked to me that he was trying to throw some breaking balls to get him to chase some pitches. Howard didn't do it. He ended up losing him. He was able to retire Bird, a much tougher hitter, but I just thought they ended up throwing a lot of pitches to Howard that were probably unnecessary. He had good fastball command.
And down goes Darren Ruff. It's 3 strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts. Let's see him air it out, huh?
Well, he's been able to do that. We've seen him top out at 97 since he's come back from the disabled list. His fastball at 94.
Here's Will Nieves, the catcher. Right field for Morrison. Easier play than his first.
And a quick out.
Yes, indeed. Philly, a great sports town. Here's Citizens Bank Park at replaced Veterans Stadium. And he pulled back the spectrum. It closed in 09. It's the parking lot right now. Wells Fargo Center, home of the Flyers and the Sixers. And the Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Eagles in this complex. And over at the Wells Fargo Center, that piece of land there, that's where Municipal Stadium used to be, where they played the Army-Navy game. And Live Aid was there too, of course. That's right. Forgot about that. That was a spectacular. Bob Geldof putting that together. That was already, my goodness, 1985, mid-80s that was. That was a mega concert. Swing and a miss by Blanco. 1-1.
Blanco started at shortstop in the first game of this series, and he came up with the big hit in that, and was a 3-run home run.
How about that? First homer since July 11.
Yeah.
July of 2011, his first home run.
He hit the home run hitting left-handed switch hitter.
Up the middle, base hit. Two-out base runner. 1-0 lead for the Mariners, and catch a great weekend of baseball as Felix Robinson and the Mariners take on the Nationals, and young stars Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg, and a rare interleague matchup at Safeco Field. All kicks off Friday, August 29th. Get your tickets right now, Mariners.com. Strasburg and company got a big win last night. There's Cole Hamels. This pitcher looks at ball one. .174 number for him. Paxton behind 2-0.
And we were talking about his pitch count. He had a chance to have a quick inning here, but gives up the base hit and now falls behind 2-0 to the pitcher, Hamels.
Oh, that's well hit. Morrison stunned. Reads up, makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a reaction. And a recovery by Logan Morrison, you can see it was right at him. He's like, the uh-oh moment, and then he recovered. Well done. That ball was hit right on the money. A lot to be said for having a 37-inch sleeve. Logan Morrison, not a regular in right field, and the ball's finding him a lot early on here.
He's made a couple of good plays early. One was out to right center field. This is not an easy play. A screaming line drive right over the top of his head, but he turns the right way and then uses every bit of the glove. Yeah, look at that. To save Paxton. Blanco probably scores on that. Gets over his head. Good play by Morrison. Watching when he came into the dugout. He and Andy Van Slyke both chuckling a little bit on that.
Man, oh man. It was impressive. There's Paxton. Got a 1-1 count.
Well, he did everything correct, so he's been paying attention with the work that he's had with Andy Van Slyke. Good play.
There's a strike to James. First plate appearance this season. Career, he's 0 for 1. A walk, a run, and a strikeout. A very brief career. Strike 3 called. Hamill's third strikeout. Here's Angie Mentic. Good report. Good news there. Like to hear that about the young guys going down there and coming up with big numbers. Good stuff. Top of the order, here's Austin Jackson.
That's all that you can do. Go down and take care of your business. Try to get back.
Through the whole base hit for Austin Jackson. You probably saw this number. The Mariners are 12-5 with him in the leadoff spot. Nice.
Well, he had an impact in last night's game. It was a walk, and then he stole 2 bases, second and third. Ended up scoring the first run for the Mariners and picks up a base hit right here.
Chris Taylor fly to center. Ball 1. Mariners 11 games beyond 500. Last time they got to 12. You have to go back to the 07 season. They had forgotten this. They had enjoyed a long stay, 20 games above the 500 mark.
thought it was interesting looking at the lineup today and seeing Chris Taylor hitting second. He has been hitting at the bottom of the lineup for the most part, and I'm sure Lloyd, again, I'm sure he was asked about it, but it makes sense if you think about it. Chris has been aggressive on the fastball, and with the scouting reports that Hamels is throwing a lot of fastballs, maybe he's trying to take advantage of that. And it doesn't hurt to have Cano waiting on deck. Typically, you'll get a few good pitches to hit with him due up next. Ackley having the afternoon off. DeNorfia playing left. Ackley normally hitting second. Not in the lineup this afternoon.
Center field, Revere plays it on a hot base hit. Chris Taylor. So 1 out, 2 on.
And it was on the fastball, Dave. Again, he's aggressive with the fastball, and after Hamels missed with the first pitch, you have to feel pretty good about getting a fastball on the next one, and Chris able to hit it hard, lines it right back into center field. 93 miles an hour, probably middle away. Mariners are in business with 1 out.
There's Cano with a chance to do some work. Probably 8th in the American League. Runners in scoring position, batting average at .340. Still the best road batting average in the league at .338. Hit it hard, left field, and reaching up to make the catch is rough. Not textbook, but he gets it done. 2 outs.
Well, the word on rough in left field is it's a position that he's been having to work at a lot and trying to get better. I saw him out here early in the first game of the series. They were putting him through the paces. Still trying to figure out his routes and what to do out there, but he ends up making the play.
His last name defines where he is right now.
Exactly.
I know they like him because he's aggressive, type of aggressive swing of bat. That's what he does.
Big right-handed hitter with some pop.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the guy to put the Mariners in front 1-0. Kendrys Morales. Second home run as a right-hand hitter this season. One.
Good changeup. Take a look at this home run at a 3-1 count and a lot of fastballs from Hamels. Kendrys gets one. It's on the outside corner, but elevated just above the belt. Gets it over the 401 mark, dead center field. That's the difference in the game so far.
Hamels 5 of 13 first pitch strikes so far. Two on, 2 out, a 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2-1. Run on 4 hits for the Phillies, no runs, 2 hits. They've got a run on 4 hits for the Mariners, no runs, 2 hits for the Phils. Morales battles here at 2-2.
Able to foul off the changeup.
Jackson and Taylor plus speed on the base paths for the Mariners. Inside. Full count. And the runners will be in motion. Kyle Seager on deck. Runners take off. Hit to the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. And He'll throw across to Ryan Howard, and that'll do it. Mariners threaten. They don't score, but lead 1-0 here in Philadelphia. Steaks. There's a couple of hot spots for people out of town. There are many, many legendary steak joints here in Philadelphia. These are just two of them. And they've got some good eats here at this ballpark as well. It's interesting talking to Mike Zunino and a couple of guys said, hey, I like this ballpark. It's good stuff. Mike said it really fit his eye. Thought the playing surface was great. The background was outstanding.
A couple of the most important things to the players.
Yeah, hello.
And then you get into the size of the dugout and what is the clubhouse like for them.
Revere leading off. Slaps one to the shortstop, Taylor.
Well, I thought it was going to be a little bit high, but he makes the play.
Thought it might sail on him.
Yep.
One away. One down. We continue our I-95 existence here over the next 3 days in Boston, Massachusetts. What a matchup. Looking forward to seeing the King on the Hill against Joe Kelly, who came over from the Cardinals in a recent trade. How about Chris Young, comeback player of the year? Should be unanimous or very close to it. Brandon Workman. Been a difficult year for him, and Hisashi Iwakuma will be at it again against Alan Webster. And I get it if you're saying the Boston Red Sox, who are these guys? A lot of turnover.
Yeah, you have to like those matchups on the Mariners side of things.
Jimmy Rollins, the hitter.
That being said, Fenway Park, strange things happen in that ballpark. The guys are going to have to stay on top of their game.
I don't know, early on when we started working together and there was a lead and he said, hey, it ain't over. As Jimmy rides one to the gap, that's trouble. It gets down, gets to the track, and Rollins into second with a one-out double. Jimmy Rollins with his 20th double of the season, Phillies all-time hit leader.
It's like a hanging breaking ball. Tried to go with the curveball, wanted to throw it on the outside corner. Leaves it in the middle of the plate, and Rollins makes him pay for it. Solid line drive into the gap. Rollins a switch hitter.
Any comebacks for or against you that you remember from in Boston?
Too many of them. Most of them late in the game.
Like 5-6 run leads and they go away.
Crazy stuff. It's just with the wall out there in left field, just strange things happen.
Get a bad ricochet. You think it's coming to you. It takes a left or a right.
Yeah, exactly. Good news for the Mariners. They have the best pitching, and that usually does pretty well in any ballpark. And I like their matchups with the starters that they have going.
Chase Utley, the hitter. The ball hard to right field that Logan Morrison made a fine catch on. Running to his right towards the gap. Ball one. Flags hanging straight down. No breeze to speak of. Usually if we're on the East Coast this time of year, if they were in Baltimore, 83 degrees would have been 83 at 6 o'clock in the morning. It would be about 98 with matching humidity.
And I'm sure that the guys on the field certainly appreciate it. Weather has been great for them.
Catching the break. Paxton needs to tighten up here. 2-0. Good hitter in Utley. Off speed pitch for strike 2-1. Slash foul. 2-2. Now you're talking about how much fun it is to be in contention, playing meaningful games. Just watching the guys, they're pep in the step, getting on and off the bus, on and off the plane, in the clubhouse.
Confidence will do that for you. Having some success and playing well.
It's nice to be around.
Well, and you're at the point in the season, too, where you certainly understand what your ball club is all about, what the strengths are. Obviously, with the Mariners, they play solid defense, and they have the best pitching in the American League. And again, lately, the club makes mistakes. They're taking advantage of it. Last night was a good example of it. A ground ball to Howard at first and second with just one out. Had a chance to turn the double play. He wasn't able to do it. Gets the force out at first, and then the next hitter, Zunino, comes up with a base hit to score 2 runs. And we've seen that quite a bit.
So every series, that makes it 5 series in a row, I believe.
Where they've taken advantage of that. You bet.
Full count here with Howard on deck. Full count to Chase Utley. Do it again.
His best fastball so far, 96 miles an hour. You can see on the EQC tracer, well located on the outside corner. Utley able to spoil the pitch, fouling it off.
Three-two pitch. Walked it. 2 on now. 1 out for the Phillies. That is the second walk issued by Paxton. Hey, right now it is time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later in the game. Brought to you by AT&T.
Rick Waits, the pitching coach, now heading out to the mound. I saw Paxton. He waved Taylor in. He wanted to talk to him about something. I would assume with Rollins at second base and Utley hitting that entire at bat, they had the signs straight. Maybe they're going to switch him up. You have to remember, and now you see Cano in the middle of it. You have Rollins, 15-year veteran. He might have already stolen the signs, and they want to switch him up to make sure that he's not helping the hitters out, especially with one like Ryan Howard coming to the plate. You certainly don't want him to know what is coming his way, so they're probably switching the signs up.
Let's see what gives here in the third. Mariners lead 1-0 and a Kendrys Morales leadoff homer in the second inning. Ryan Howard today walked after Paxton had him 0-2. Walked in a 3-2 pitch. Good speed out there in the veterans Rollins and Utley. Ball one. Big man out of St. Louis, Missouri. Rollins and Utley aboard. Here's the 1-0. Late, got a piece of it in and out of Sucre's glove. 1-1.
He is definitely a double play candidate if you can get him to hit it on the ground.
Bounced into 8 of them so far this season. Foul ball.
A couple of good pitches, probably just below the strike zone.
Those 8 ground into double plays, the most on the Phillies ball club. Ball with 2 strikes. Slicing fly ball left field for DeNorfia. Chris makes the catch, 2 outs. Bring up Marlon Byrd. Long at bat before Paxton finally struck him out, swinging. That was in the first inning. And the Phillies had runners at first and second, as they do now.
Well, Byrd having a good year for the Phillies, but he will strike out. See the 23 home runs.
Byrd has struck out a lot. That's 149 counting that first inning K. His name prominent in trade deadline talks. Philly's got no takers. He's still here. Early in his career, we used to see him in Texas. Playing for Ron Washington. Looper going to get down. Morrison charges. Jimmy Rollins around third. He'll score. Utley gets it third. Got a tie ball game. Broken bat single. Marlon Byrd, his 72nd RBI.
And the Phillies now 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Fastball in on his hands, breaks his bat, but a little inside-out swing hits a looper into right field because of his power. Morrison playing deep in right. And good speed from Rollins, not able to make a play at home. Utley will go from first to third.
Tie ball game at 1-1. Runners at the corners. 2 outs for Darren Ruff. Struck out his first time. Ball 1. 6th man to the plate here in the Phillies' third. Both teams with a run on 4 hits. Utley's at third with Byrd at first. Here comes the 2-0. Strike one. Good fastball.
And this next pitch will be 60 for Paxton, working here in the third. Too many pitches.
Two one. Pitch count mounting it. And mounting and mounting. Will Nieves, the catcher's on deck.
Similar to what we saw from him against the Tigers. Have an inning where things went pretty well, and then he would lose it a little bit coming off the disabled list. Just hasn't been consistently sharp throughout his outings.
Drilled to left. Easy play to Norfia. As the Phillies tied up. RBI single, Marlon Bird, 1-1 game. Fourth inning in Philadelphia. Time to check out our Seattle City Light power play. We take you back to last night. Kyle Seager getting it done.
In a 3-0 count. At the time it was 2-0 for the Mariners. Lloyd McClendon lets him swing away, and Kyle hits his team-leading 19th home run on the season. What a good year he is having. And he will lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning.
Followed by Denorfia and Morrison. Kendrys Morales gave the Mariners a 1-0 lead. Leadoff homer in the second inning. And in the home third, an RBI single by Marlon Bird for Philly. Ties it up. Naples, New York. Loves Kyle Seager. Kyle's family originally from upstate New York. Before moving to North Carolina.
And then you can see Kyle at the top of the list. Zunino, a couple of hits yesterday. He had been struggling, but 2 base hits, a couple of RBIs with 18 home runs on the year.
Two-no count. Way up high. Denorfia is on deck. 3-0 to Kyle. And that's a strike.
And I'm sure he had the green light again, but that is a pitch that's not in the area that he likes it, so he decided to take the pitch. It was borderline.
Straight away and deep in the outfield. 3-1 pitch. Cued that on the end of the bat.
Looked like a cut fastball. I think, again, swinging 3-0, it's one thing for the manager to give you the green light. He also has to trust that you have the ability to look in an area and stay disciplined in that area and not swing just because you're going to get a fastball. And that's the reason why Kyle typically has the green light in that count.
3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Do it again at 3-2. And Seager's aboard. Leadoff walk here in the 4th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Here's Chris Denorfia, strikeout victim on a 3-2 pitch, his first time up. Strike one.
And started him with a changeup. He's starting to mix his changeup in a little bit more. First time through the lineup, a lot of fastballs, and now we're seeing more changeups.
Stung, knocked down nicely by Blanco, throws it away, and digging for third and getting there safely is Seager. So Blanco makes a heck of a play and then a bad throw, and the Mariners in business. First 2 men have reached.
Ball was hit sharply by Denorfia, and a great stop from Blanco. It was hard to tell what was happening at second base. Wasn't sure if the throw was wide. But you can see the diving stop.
Real nice. And bad throw.
Just wide of second base. Here's the stop again, taking what looked like it was going to be a sure base hit from Denorfia, and then he gets up. I think he had time to get Kyle at second.
Base hit E5.
E5 because Kyle went from second to third. But again, the Mariners have done such a good job of taking care of these situations when other teams make mistakes.
Here's Morrison, hit the ball hard for a base hit to right field. Here's that opportunity. Morrison with that base hit in the second inning is now 7 for 20 against Cole Hamels.
And in a good count.
2-0. Seager, your third base runner. First base is Chris Denorfia. Big spot here. 1-1 ball game. 4th inning here in Philly. Breaking ball for strike.
Well, Logan thought that pitch was off the plate away. First pitch strikes. Not very good for Hamels today. 16 batters, just 6 first pitch strikes.
Loose miss, 2-2.
And the changeup again.
Opportunity for the Mariners. Get back in front here. Pitch to Morrison, hit foul.
Well, this is a big at bat for the Mariners. With nobody out, you have Sucre, who has struggled at the plate. It's been great behind the plate, but has struggled hitting. And of course, the pitcher after that. So Lloyd McClendon would really like to see Morrison get the job done, put the ball in play, and score the run.
First and third, nobody out. Pitch.
That'll do it.
Sure will. To the gap. A lot of guys going to run here. Seager's going to score. Denorfia's got good speed. He'll get held at third. RBI double. Lomo. Logan Morrison puts the Mariners in front 2-1. Having a big series here in Philly. Morrison with his 11th double and his 26th RBI.
And he gets the first base hit for the Mariners with runners in scoring position. Now 1 for 3 because of this double. A good job of getting on top of that fastball. It's one of the better fastballs we've seen from Hamels. 95 miles an hour, just above the belt. And with nobody out, Phillies are going to bring their infield in.
Second and third, nobody out. Run in, 2-1, Mariners. Boy, would you love to get a fly ball here.
Be surprised to see the contact play on right here. Typically with nobody out you wouldn't do it, but again you have the pitcher Paxton waiting on deck.
One to Sucre.
There's James. Strikeout looking his first at bat. In fact, he didn't take a swing. Took all 3 pitches.
Hamels set. So here's the squeeze.
Oh, they had the squeeze on.
They might do that and never get close to it.
I'm not sure if Sucre even showed that he was going to bunt, so
missed it.
He missed the sign. Typically, the runner at third is not going to miss the sign because they will tell him that the squeeze is on. There will not be a sign. They'll just walk up casually and let him know that they've put the squeeze on. But the other part about it is typically when you put a squeeze onto the hitter, they usually give you some sort of key to acknowledge that they have the sign because it can be dangerous for that runner.
Sure. He's coming down the line.
He's coming down the line, yeah.
2-5-1 on the putout. That's a tough break. Morrison still at second. Goes the other way. Base hit! They'll hold Morrison at third. The Sucre goes the other way. His 5th hit as a Mariner this season.
It's a pitch away from him. It's a fastball, 93 miles an hour. Punches it through the right side of the infield. That's the other part of it, too. Logan Morrison at second base, not sure what to do. DeNorfia, once you see him in that rundown, you have to move up. Would have scored on that hit. But it's a tough situation second because if you think that maybe DeNorfia has a chance to get back, you certainly don't want to run him off the base, so you're almost stuck. You have to make a decision. He made it early that he was going to stay at second. Now it'll be up to Paxton.
You really want to get something out of this inning besides 1 run.
We had a walk and 3 hits.
Takes outside for ball 1.
Again, nationally, you have the pitcher up there, and Paxton took all 3 pitches his first time up. I think Lloyd, if he puts it in play, he's probably not going to hit it real hard. You have a chance for the double play, and had him square around to bunt, move the runner along, and then you're back to the top of the lineup with Jackson.
How about this? 2-0.
Giving the signs to Donalds, the third base coach.
Here's the strike. 2-1. Rich Donnelly checking with Lloyd McClendon.
Foul ball.
2-2.
You see Donnelly after he gets the signs, he will walk right up to the runner at third base, and that's what he did with DeNorfia when he was there. And Donnelly will just tell him, if he's going or if the squeeze is on. You can see him casually walk up there. Obviously nothing on now. That's why I have to believe something happened at the plate with Sucre. Because he didn't look as if he was going to square around at all. Sometimes a pitcher will throw the ball at the hitter, and you can understand that. He'll jump out of the way, but that wasn't the case on that play.
2-2. Gets the bunt down. Runner down to second. A sacrifice. 5-4. Second and third now, 2 outs. Next Tuesday, Mariners host the Rangers at 7:10 plus. It's Salute to Native American Night. First 10,000 fans 21 and older receive a free Mariners cap courtesy of Emerald Queen Casino. Stop by Mariners.com to pick up your tickets.
In the meantime, Hamels now at 74 pitches.
He's got 24 pitches this inning. And here's an opportunity with 2 outs for Austin Jackson to pick up a couple of runs.
He is 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Strike 1. On 1 pitch. Jackson today, base hit to left in his last at bat. That was in the 3rd inning. Led off the ball game with a ground out to second. On 2. Blanco's error opened the door for the Mariners, and they have a chance here to get 2 more here, leading 2-1. 1-2 pitch to Jackson. It is a foul ball. Nieves out to speak with his pitcher.
When you look at the Phillies, they came into the game 13th in ERA, and that's with Hamels having a 2.44 ERA. So he has not been the problem this year. He's pitched well. Mariners this year, 11 games over 500 against left-handed starters.
1-2. Gets away. Run's going to score. And down to third. So the Mariners in good shape. Sucre to third as Morrison scores. Take him any way you can get him. 3-1 Mariners.
Keep taking advantage of mistakes, and that's a huge break for the Mariners. Potentially, it looked as if it was going to be a big inning for him. I think everybody would have been disappointed if it was just 1, but this is a breaking ball in the dirt. Gets away from Nieves, and they're able to pick up the 2nd run of this inning. And this next pitch will be 80 for Hamels.
I'm back. Nice long at bat by Austin Jackson. And another run out there he's trying to pick up. 2-2 count, 2 outs.
Seven pitches, 6 of them away from him. The only pitch that's been inside was the one that was the wild pitch, and that was a breaking ball. There you go, 31 pitches in the inning.
Two delivery. Wow, strike 3 called. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, a man left. Phillies here at home against the Mariners. Mariners with a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead, bottom of the fourth. And what was this confab about, do you think?
Well, it was a conversation. You can see Lloyd McClendon, the manager, and Donnelly, the third base coach, coming right up to him, and I'm sure they're discussing the squeeze play and wanting to know what's going on. I think that more than anything, Lloyd wants to know if the hitter, Sucre, gave the sign back to Rich Donnelly that he had the play. Chris Woodward joining in, infield instructor, first base coach, so he had a chance to watch as he was over at first base what was going on. I think they just want to make sure that they're all on the same page. If they want to run that play again, that they get it right.
Bottom third of the order for the Phillies in the fourth. Nieves, Blanco, and the pitcher Cole Hamill. 3-1 Mariners.
Now I think the hope is that Paxton will settle down, throw more strikes. 2-run lead as he works here in the fourth inning.
Looper to center. Base hit. So Nieves is aboard to lead off the Phillies fourth and bring up Andres Blanco, the third baseman. The Mariners get 2 runs, 3 hits. There was an error and a man left in the top half of the inning. Take the lead.
For Paxton, he's given up 5 hits. I think only one of them was hit hard, and that was the double by Rollins.
Left center field went all the way to the fence.
Yeah, a couple of broken bats and some
last
seeing eye ground balls.
Want to know to Blanco. See his fastball command getting a little bit better?
I think it's been a little bit better, sure. Today it's more of his breaking ball and changeup. And that's when we went back to earlier when he threw all the pitches, 26 pitches in the first. He was able to get ahead of Howard 0-2, and he was missing with his breaking ball off the plate away. Ended up getting to be a full count.
Second time we've seen him. Oh boy. That's a problem. Nieves to third. He'll hold there.
And now Rob Nodine, one of the trainers for the Mariners, and Lloyd McClendon. Looked like hit him in the bottom of his shoe. He did the right thing at that point. You just want to try to get an out, but no chance for Morales as he throws it over his head. Good play by Morrison in right field, paying attention. He ran over to back up, and he was there to hold him to just one extra base. But Paxton in trouble again, and hopefully he's all right. That'll be a base hit and an error, I'm sure. Two-base error.
Two-base error all the way around. He won. Second and third, nobody out for the Phils. Here in the fourth. Second time we've seen Paxton hit.
Again, it looked on the replay that it hit him on the foot, maybe the bottom of his shoe. You don't always get what you expect when you look at the lineups of the pitching matchups. And for Hamels, who has pitched well, and Paxton has pitched well, both of them having to throw a lot of pitches here early in the ball game. Certainly didn't expect that.
Ooh. Hamels had been on a nice roll. It looked like Paxton, maybe he was trending in, as we mentioned earlier, trending in the right direction. And still having a hiccup here and there.
Right.
Got a battle here. He's got Hamels to be followed by the top of the order, Ben Revere. You had the key phrase there, get it out. Everybody in the bench is saying, get it out. And he stepped, he was here step and throw. He did that. The ball still, the release point wasn't good. Now you get problems. Oh, we have more problems. 3-2. 3-2 ball game.
Wow.
The Mariners had been pretty mistake-free lately, and now.
This is the fastball. It's 95 miles an hour. I couldn't tell if it hit the dirt or not.
That's a pass ball.
That should be a pass ball. You can see Sucre went to block it and it never hit the dirt. Pass ball, so another mistake. A couple of mistakes here in the inning for the Mariners. I think with Paxton, we've seen him field his position, and he's done fine at that. Sometimes you wonder if they get a little rattled, especially after they were hit by the ball and he's scrambling, not sure where the runners are. Their timing gets messed up. You can understand why maybe he would make a throwing error there, but Sucre, he certainly should catch that.
First pass ball for Sucre. Here's a swing, the ball gets away. Runner holds. That's Blanco. On 1 count with the pitcher, Cole Hamels. Mariners still lead, but it's 3-2 and the tying runs at third.
And don't forget, Hamels hit the ball hard his first time up just because he's a pitcher. He's not afraid to swing it. Logan Morrison made a great play out in right field to rob him of extra bases.
Barreled up big time.
That's a good breaking ball.
1-2. Nobody out, runner at third. A run in, pitch to Hamels, swing and a miss. He's gone for the first out.
Well, I guess James saw that he can hit a fastball his first time up, so he went to a couple of breaking balls right there. He's missed badly on both of them. Mariners will keep their infield in with 1 out. 1-run lead.
Top of the order, Ben Revere. First inning, single to center and a stolen base. Third inning, a ground out to short. Strike one to Ben. Outside. 1-1. Taylor with a dive, doesn't have a play at the plate, gets the out. New ball game, 3-3 RBI for Revere, his 14th.
We talked about the Phillies having their offensive struggles, so Ryan Sandberg, the manager, going with the contact play. Infield was in. Good speed with Blanco at third base. They go with the contact play. He will take off when the ball is hit. Diving effort by Taylor. He takes a look at home. Not a chance to get the runner, so he gets the out at first.
Jimmy Rollins, the hitter, double to the left center field gap. That was in the third inning. Struck out his first time. Fouled off again.
I think James is angry right now. His fastball is up to 97 miles an hour.
I hear you.
Best fastball we've seen from him.
Nasty breaking pitch. Two, picking ball, surrounded by Taylor. Good speed by Jimmy Rollins. That throw pulls Morales off the bag. Base hit.
Well, once the ground ball was able to get past Kyle Seager at third, it was going to be a hit for Rollins. Kyle's not able to get to it. Good effort by Taylor. Just too much speed from Rollins. I like the play that Morales made too. Just come off the base. You know you're not going to get the runner. Sometimes you see the first baseman stretch out there, and then the ball gets away again. And with a couple of mistakes in the inning, I like to limit that.
Here's Utley. While you're in replay, Seager had his hand on his hip, looking up at the big video board. Take a look at his angles and watch that play. There's 2 outs now in a 3-3 ball game. For 1 with a walk for Utley. He's ahead of 1-2. Outside for ball. Paxton's pitch count mounting as we move forward. 1-2. That gets away. Sucre can't find it. Rollins to second. Wild pitch.
Well, so far the Phillies, they have 3 runs, but they're 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position in this one.
Manzanino with his day off, he'll no doubt catch more than likely, obviously 2, if not all 3 games in Boston. Punch shot might be enough. Cano can't get it. Phillies have the lead. Excuse me, swing by Utley, and Phillies got a 4-3 lead. RBI for Utley is 67. Not been a good inning.
Looks like the breaking ball running away from him. Good pitch down away. It is. It's the curveball. He just throws his bat at it. That's a terrible break for the Mariners and James Paxton. So the wild pitch ends up costing them. What about the Mariners taking advantage of mistakes? It's been the Phillies in this inning.
To be sure.
Yeah, you have an error on the pitcher, pass, ball, and a wild pitch to cost them.
Here's Howard. Strike one.
And in the meantime, we've talked about Hamels and his pitch count. James now up to 85 pitches.
Strike two to Howard. Tough inning for the Mariners. Was a new ball game, and now Phillies got the lead for the first time and went fouled off.
And Tom Wilhelmsen started throwing again. After Paxton was able to get the second out, they sat him down, but he's getting loose. A lot of pitches for James.
Got Howard 0-2. Swing and a miss. Damaging inning for the Mariners. 3 runs, 3 hits, and now a pass ball, a wild pitch, and a man left. Philadelphia 4-3. Highlights of what has happened so far as we move to the 5th inning here in Philadelphia. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, make that a 4-3 lead here for the Phillies. And leading off, Chris Taylor, followed by Robinson Cano and Kendrys Morales. Boy, that was a tough inning.
Tough inning. A lot of mistakes in the inning. Something that we haven't seen from the Mariners this year. They typically are pretty strong, especially on the defensive side of things. And again, an error on Paxton.
Pass ball,
wild pitch.
Two and one to Taylor's, 1 for 2. Got a base hit to center in the 3rd inning. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and didn't expect it at the start of the game, but it's looking like it's going to be more and more the battle of the bullpens in this one. Both pitchers having to throw a lot of pitches early in the game.
Blanco gives ground. It's a nice play. Good footwork by Howard. One away. Here's Angie Mente. Thank you so much, Angie. One out for Cano. Fly to left, line out to left. Big breaking ball for strike one. Goes to left side for the third time, and this time for a base hit for Robinson Cano. Tying runs aboard for the Mariners as we take a look at their calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Enjoy a day off. It's been a good month, a good day, Thursday this month of August for time off. Boston for 3, then back home for Texas and Washington. That'll be a short homestand because the next homestand road trip will include 3 games at Oakland and 4 at Texas, getting us into the month of September. Swing and a miss by Morales. Got the Mariners on the board. 3-1 pitch leading off the second. Homer to straightaway center field. One. Well stroked, base hit. Here come the Mariners, 1 out, 2 on. Second hit for Morales today.
And again, since he came back to the Mariners, he's really swung the bat better from the right side, and we're seeing that today with the home run to center field. Now the base hit, 2 for 3. Take a look at the swing. Good load on it, stays back behind this fastball and drives it through the infield. That will bring up Kyle Seager. Hamels now at 92 pitches. Still nobody throwing in the Phillies bullpen.
If you're Kyle, what are you looking for here?
Well, he's tried to pitch him away, and he's throwing some fastballs away. I would look for a fastball early in the count away. Cano hit a cut fastball into left field. And he was setting up on the outside corner. There's a fastball on the outside corner at 93 miles an hour.
Kyle, a ground out to second. A walk and a run scored. That was in the 4th inning. Naples in West Central New York. Seager's family originally from. Runner's going to move up. Good for the Mariners. So now Seager with a base hit. Puts the Mariners back in front.
Oh, another wild pitch. Tough afternoon for the catchers. Will Nieves. And the Phillies with 1 out. Looks like they're going to leave their infield back.
If you get something in the gap, Morales can score. I don't know if he's going to. One of the slower the Mariners we have on the ball club.
Station to station, I believe, is what they refer to that.
Red Sox did that for a couple of generations.
Hey, why not? Good time for Kyle. 2-1 count. Looking for his 20th home run on the year. See what the Mariners have done this year with runners in scoring position.
And that slow, easy trot's a little bit better. Fouled it off.
Looks like a cut fastball again away from Kyle, elevated.
Now I know I'm back home.
There you go.
Boo.
Booing their own fans for missing the foul ball.
Absolutely. You kidding me? He's hearing it too. Extended. Two balls, two strikes. Kyle Seager. Old neighbors, no doubt. Maybe even some family. Good spot for him. 2-2. Oh, Ryan Howard with a stab and a grab. 2 outs.
Bad break for the Mariners. Good at bat for Kyle. All he could do is go up there and hit it hard. It's a hooking line drive. I was hoping that maybe he would have enough to get it over the head of Howard. He reaches up, takes extra bases. That would have been a double, scoring both runs. They'll bring up Chris DeNorfia. Norfia 1 for 2 today. Got a base hit his last time up.
Infield hit. Could use a solid smash here. Time is called. Well, that's a tough break for Kyle. Hit it on the money. Right on the button. Since June 1st, here's where Hamels ranks. Kershaw, Hernandez, that's some serious company. Guys who are very, very talented. DeNorfia, Jimmy Rollins, backhand, the throw, stretched by Howard. They get him, and the Mariners are turned away. Here in the 5th inning. Phillies lead 4-3. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Buy Jack in a Box right now at Jack in a Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Seattle City Light. Visit seattle.gov/WePower for more information. Replica of the Liberty Bell here at the bank. Citizens Bank Park here in South Philadelphia. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, 4-3 Phillies. Bottom of the fifth, and James Paxton done for the day.
Not too many stressful innings for James, so just 4 innings overall for him. 7 hits, 4 runs. Only one of them earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 88 pitches. Tom Wilhelmsen will take over. And for Tom on the air, a 2.18 ERA, 58 strikeouts in the 66 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting 164 against Tom.
His first hitter, Marlon Byrd. Strike one.
Good fastball from Tom. He'll be 95 to 97 miles an hour with his fastball. 12-6 curveball, changeup to the left-handers, and an occasional slider.
Seem to remember Marlon Byrd's hands being farther back when we saw him in Texas a few years ago. Check swing.
It's going to be tough.
Yes, indeed. Here's Morales feeding to Wilhelmsen.
Well done.
But remember, wasn't he back farther? His hands looked like they were in tight.
And they're lower, too.
Yeah.
He's dropped them down a little bit lower. Seems to be working for him. He's having a good year again. Good decision for Morales to come get it. I wasn't sure if he was going to get there right away. Again, Morales typically the DH. And Tom doing his job, getting off the mound quickly.
One out here in the home fifth. Brings up Darren Ruff, the left fielder. Strikeout and a fly to left. Good challenge there. Tom wins it at 96. One, two. Fred McClendon calling Tom Wilhelmsen to glue to his bullpen. So true. Big breaking ball, got him looking. 3-pitch dismissal of Ruff, 2 down. As the Mariners' hunt for the postseason continues, now's the time for you to get on board by putting down a deposit on 2015 season tickets. It's not only going to get you a great seat location for next season, but you're going to receive priority for the 2014 postseason tickets. So join the Mariners lineup as a season ticket holder and enjoy exclusive benefits all year long. For more info, visit mariners.com/15. Quick 2 outs brings up Will Nieves. Single to center and scored a run in the 4th. First time up, fly to right. Really important to have a guy like Wilhelmsen who can give you multiple innings in the middle of the game. Starter gets knocked out, something happens.
Multiple quality innings.
Mm-hmm. A big piece of the bullpen. Been a very good year out there for the boys in the pen. Two and out. 3-0 to Nieves. Backs up Ruiz. Carlos Chuch Ruiz. Here's Blanco on deck. 3-0.
Couple of relievers throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Probably because you have Blanco on deck. Hamill's spot due up after that. Ryan Sandberg, manager of the Phillies, getting ready in case he wants to run a pinch hitter up there.
Tom back in the count at 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. 3-2 pitch. Over a leaping Seager into the corner. Maybe a double for Nieves. Back-to-back hits for Will. Nieves' 8th double.
And Hamels has come out on deck. We'll see what Lloyd McClendon wants to do with a couple of outs. Blanco has reached base twice. He's had a base hit and reached on the error by Paxton. So a couple of things here. If you put him on, one, Hamels will have to hit the pitcher, or they'll take him out of the game and run a pinch hitter up there if he decides to put him on, and that's what Lloyd is going to do. So forcing the hand of Ryan Sandberg to make a decision right here.
National League Baseball. Joe Beimel gets ready. Intentional pass here to Blanco.
Grady Sizemore has come out of the dugout, and it looks like he will hit for Hamels, and that's why you saw Beimel getting loose in the bullpen. So Hamels now out of the game. Probably a good thing for the Mariners. Quality pitcher.
Oh, I don't think you have to qualify that one, man.
Well, he struggled a little bit today, but overall, you'd rather take your chances with the bullpen of the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean, the way you were talking earlier, you size up these two pens. You like to think you have an advantage. Rick Wade's coming out. I like the forcing in the hand. Make a decision, Ryan.
Well, with Rick Waits out to the mound, it looks as if they're going to stay with Tom. Beimel continues to throw in the bullpen. You get back to the top of the order after Sizemore hits. Another left-handed hitter in Revere.
Sizemore pinch hit in last night's game in the 8th inning and struck out. And he struck out looking Monday night after coming in as a defensive replacement. .99 pitches for Hamels. So here's Grady Sizemore.
Saw Burnett throw 125 pitches last night.
Two on here. Phillies lead by 1. Rare you see a pitcher of Hamels' quality or caliber. 2 wild pitches in a ball game. Here's the 0-1 to Sizemore. And he gets it through the hole. Base hit. Morrison charges. They get a big stop sign. It's late. And a good throw by Lomo. Bases loaded for the Phillies with 2 outs. Nieves, not a real fast guy. And Pete McCannon threw up a huge stop sign. 2 outs. And they're loaded up for the top of the order. Ben Revere, number 2 hitter in the National League.
And the Phillies now 3 for 10. 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. And it looks like Lloyd is going to stay with Tom. Good play by Morrison in right field to get to the ball quickly and made a strong throw to home.
He's been impressive today. Revere, the number 2 hitter in the league, behind Justin Morneau. 2 out, bases loaded. Bouncing ball takes Kendrys Morales right to the back. Thank you. That'll do it. Mariners survive a bases-loaded situation to keep it a 1-run deficit. That kid is producing, and look forward to seeing him up here next year.
Had a great year. Jake Diekman will take over for the Phillies. This will be his 58th appearance on the year. A 4.18 ERA, 80 strikeouts in 56 innings. Big number, 80 strikeouts for him. Opponent's hitting .248. He has given up 4 home runs this year.
Big left-hander out of Wymore in Nebraska. 6'4", 200, 27 years old. 30th round pick of the Phillies in '07. Here's Morrison. Lomo. Well, be retired as Jimmy Rollins makes the play.
Or Diekman, a good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s in a hard slider. And Beimel starting to get loose again, so they will pinch hit for him. Pinch hit for Wilhelmsen. Beimel will be in the game.
Here's Sucre, strike out and a base hit to right.
And it'll be Indy Chavez going to pinch hit.
Well, that missed suicide squeeze back in the 4th starting to loom large. Sucre at the dish. Must not have seen the sign. DeNorfie came down the line. They recorded the out 2-5-1.
Again, the Mariners have played just solid baseball throughout the season, and this has been a sloppy game for them. There's also an error on Paxton that cost him a little bit. Then the pass ball and a wild pitch.
This guy reminds me of Jake McGee of Tampa Bay. Not quite as big. McGee's a little stockier, but left-handed and just airing it out.
McGee a little more over the top. This kid sling it up there. It looks like he would be really tough on left-handers. Cross-firing. There's the hard slider.
2 down. Be here this fall. Big Sky Conference football kicking off on Root Sports, presented by your local Ford stores. Look at today's starter, Cole Hamill. Action started on Monday with the debut of the Big Sky football preview show. Tune in for a re-air tomorrow. That's at 9 on the home of Big Sky football, Root Sports. Milwaukee. 1-0 over Toronto in the fourth inning. That's the top of the fourth in Milwaukee. Here's Andy Chavez to pinch hit. Joe Beimel will be the next Mariner pitcher. Slashes one fair down the line into the corner. Andy Chavez, one-time Philly back in 07. Got ahead in the count 2-0 and delivers a pinch hit double. Andy with his 8th double of the season.
Well, he gets the count in his favor. Knows he's going to get a fastball. 97 on the inside corner and slashes it right inside the bag. Give Austin Jackson a chance to tie this ball game up. Mariners 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Jackson 0 for 1 against Diekman. Swing and a miss.
And you can see the Mariners 2 for 7 runners in scoring position. Phillies 3 for 11.
Good stop by Nieves. Two outs and Chavez at second in a 1-run Phillies lead. One pitch. Hit to Chase Utley. Throws out Jackson, and that'll do it for the Mariners in the 6th. Stranding Andy Chavez at second base. Joe Beimel's going to take over. Phillies by a run. 3. There's so many connections, interconnections in baseball and in all sports. And our connection today deals with Ryne Sandberg, the Phillies manager, and Lloyd McClendon. They were Cubs teammates in 1989-90. What does Ryne remember about Lloyd?
We went to playoffs together under the manager Don Zimmer, who had a big influence on us as young players. And I think that both of us, myself and Lloyd, took a lot from Zim on being a tremendous baseball man. But Lloyd was just a quality bench type of a player. He played some different positions. He swung a good bat from the right side, and I remember that year he came and joined us and really gave us some added help in that department. It was a fun year that we had in '89. Went to the playoffs and had a good time there in Chicago, and Lloyd was a big part of that.
There you have it. We'll hear from Lloyd in a couple of minutes. Jimmy Rollins to lead it off for the Phillies. Bottom of the 6th here at Citizens Bank Park.
Joe Bima will take over for the Mariners. A 1.23 ERA for Joe. Opponent's hitting .223 against the left-hander.
Jimmy shortens up. There's a strike. Good day for Jimmy Rollins. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. Double and a single. On 1. Jimmy, the 07 National League MVP, 3-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glover, Silver Slugger winner in 07. Right field. There's Logan Morrison, who's been very good out there. Let's get Lloyd McClendon's remembrances of playing ball in Chicago with Ryne Sandberg.
Well, I mean, obviously he's the best second baseman that I've ever played with. He was just that good. I like him a lot to, Robinson Cano, just from the right side of the plate. But, Rhino was just tremendous with what he did. He drove in runs, he hit home runs, tremendous defender, stole bases. A lot like Robbie.
There you have it.
He's a great player.
Sandberg started out his professional career drafted by the Phillies and was involved in a huge trade. Boy, it's come full circle. Here he is, picked up for Charlie Manuel. This one is skied. Right field for Morrison off the bat of Chase Utley. 2 outs. And here he is late in the season last year. I think going into September, they basically asked Charlie to step down. Charlie had one of the best runs in the history of this organization. Brandon Maurer heats up, and now Ryan is back here with the Phillies as their skipper.
Brandon Maurer getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. And he has his work cut out for him. Philly club that has got a little bit older. There's going to be some changes, I'm sure, over the next few years. Trying to rebuild it.
Interesting to see how the fan base deals with this. I know from my guys, old friends who are here, they're taking it hard, the fact that this window's closing. If not even already, they call it closed. Let's start all over.
Good group that they had for a long time here in Rollins, Utley, and Howard. Mariners with the shift on with Howard hitting. Kyle Seager on the right side of the infield. Cano out on the right field grass.
0-2.
Morales over towards the line at first.
Howard with a double to left center field in last night's game, going 1 for 4. Talk about a ballpark being built for one guy. It's worked out well for him when he really had it going on because of that opposite field power. And sort of reminiscent of Camden Yards in terms of dimensions, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit deeper in left center field.
Yeah, about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Primal toyed with 1, 2, 3. Howard hears some boos here in Philadelphia. 7th inning coming up. Mariners looking to regain that lead. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Good to have you with us here in Philadelphia. Businessman Special this afternoon. 4-3. Phillies has not been one of the sharper games the Mariners have played. Still some time here. Get that lead back and secure a victory and get out of here winning this series before heading off to Boston.
Well, Chris Taylor due up. It'll be Taylor, Cano, and Morales due up here in the 7th inning. Jake Diekman came in to pitch the 6th, and he'll be back out there for the 7th. Gave up 1 hit. It was a double to Indy Chavez. Indy was stranded at second base.
Taylor, Robinson, Cano, and Kendrys Morales. Mariner RBIs today. Morales with a home run. Morrison with an RBI double. Another run scored on a wild pitch. Two 2-0. Cole Hamels 5 innings of 9 hit, 3-run ball, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. There's a strike, 2-1. Couldn't catch up. 2-2.
It's the best fastball we've seen from Diekman at 98 miles an hour. He's been 95 to 97, but the last one 98. Right on the outside corner.
And he strikes out Taylor, 1 away. Second strikeout for Diekman. Bring up Robinson Cano. Time now for our Geico This Date in MLB History. And we focus on Howard Johnson, the hitting coach for the Mariners. Hit his 30th home run of the season this date back in '89, joining Barry Bonds and Willie Mays as the only players to have 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases in 2 different seasons. Wonderful
really
company for Hojo.
A really good player, Howard Johnson.
Switch hitting infielder with pop. Strike 1 to Cano. Robbie with a base hit to left. Last time up, 1 for 3. Strike 2. Slammed straight away in the outfield and the infield. And waved at that one. A very effective pitch by Jake Diekman.
That's his 3rd strikeout, 2 here in this inning. After going with nothing but fastballs to Chris Taylor, all 3 pitches sliders to Cano.
Faced 6 men, struck out 3 of them. There's Morales. 2-hit day, home run, ground out to short, base hit to left. A home run put the Mariners in front in the 2nd inning. Phillies tied it in the 3rd. Mariners regained the lead in the 4th, and the bottom of the 4th gave it right back. Didn't go as they check with Mark Ripperger. 2-0.
Kendrys hit a home run to dead center field. It was on a 3-1 count, but another hitter's count for him right here, 2-0. Going to get a fastball away.
Two and 1. Way outside. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 count. Probably another fastball away from him.
Kyle Seager's on deck. Oh, the youngster had his glove, reached over the railing and just missed it.
And a good pass for Morales. 98 miles an hour on the outside corner. It was elevated again, similar to the pitch that he hit out off the Hamels.
Way outside. Kendrick's aboard with a walk with 2 outs here in the 7th. First walk by Diekman. Brings up Kyle Seager. Mariners down a run. 4-3.
See if Diekman goes back to his slider again. The left-hand hitting Cano. All 3 pitches. Was able to strike him out. All of them sliders. There's a slider for a strike.
Seager today ground out to second, walked and scored a run in the 4th, and lined out hard in the 5th inning. It's a couple of men aboard. Lined out to Ryan Howard. He's behind 0-2 here. Strike 3 call. Kyle can't believe it. Ron Culpa, the home plate umpire. Kyle clearly thought it was low. Strikes out the side, strands a runner. 4-3 Phillies. Inning stretch being brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? Get a good look at Citizens Bank Park, who's been here the last 11 years. Got a 4-3 lead. New pitcher for the Mariners is Brandon Maurer.
Hard throwing right-hander. Going to pitch here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Good job by Beimel. At a 1-2-3-6. But for Maurer, his 25th appearance on the year, 5.24 ERA, 42 strikeouts in 55 innings. Opponents hitting .277 against Maurer. Good fastball, mid-90s. So mixed in a cutter, slider, curveball, changeup. And he will get Bird, Ruff, and Nieves due up here in the bottom of the 7th for the Phillies.
Always good to hear Tina Turner's Proud Mary in the ballpark. Our friend Mark Grant, broadcaster for the San Diego Padres, one of the great pieces of video this season, him dancing to that while Dick Enberg was stoically doing his scorebook. One of the funniest pieces of videos I've seen in a long time. Oh, mud. Marlon Byrd will lead it off here in the 7th. Byrd not wasting any time.
No, he went up there looking for the first pitch fastball. 97 miles an hour, probably just off the inside corner. Still able to get the barrel to it, pulled it foul.
Good year for Byrd. This guy plays every day. Cano throws him out. On the way here in the Phillies 7th. Be here tonight for an exciting MLS matchup. Watch the Seattle Sounders FC kick off against the San Jose Earthquakes live at 7 p.m. to everyone outside Seattle, with a re-air available everywhere at 9 p.m. Catch all the action only on Root Sports. Bottom 7 here in Philly, one out, Darren Ruff. Line drive, Taylor's there, 2 away.
Phillies have been aggressive with Mauer.
Ken Giles.
Hard throwing right-hander for the Phillies. Saw him the other night.
Yep, first night.
Mid to upper 90s with his fastball.
1 inning, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Phillies 4-1 win. Mariners won last night 5-2. Will Nieves having a good day, 2 for 3. Single, double, run scored. Good pitch. 0-2. Now we're the 4th pitcher for the Mariners today. Paxton, Wilhelmsen, Beimel preceded him. Two and 2. Into right field. Lomo's got a plate on the bounce for a base hit. 3-hit day for Will Nieves, the backup catcher. Andres Blanco stand in now. He's 1 for 2 with the runs scored. RBI Baseball is back with all 30 MLB teams and 2014 players. Get the retro 2-button style baseball game that you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details and download today on your console and mobile device. They all read the scouting report on Mauer, didn't they?
Wanted to be aggressive on the fastball early. They know that he throws hard. That last fastball, 98 miles an hour. Blanco's been on base all 3 times. He had a base hit, reached on an error, and was intentionally walked in the 5th inning.
A wrinkle in that one. 0-2. Now we're ahead on 2. Missed with 98. Fooled him big time, struck him out, and that'll do it for the Phillies in the 7th. When we get back, the Mariners will have 6, 7, and 8 coming up. And out to get it done against Ken Giles. Bank Park in Philadelphia. And tracing a lot of American history on this trip. We're in Philly, nation born here, and a lot of things happen in that next town as well. Paul Revere's town, Boston, Massachusetts. Legendary and historic Fenway Park. Always a treat to go there. Ballpark right on top of the field. Right in the heart of downtown Boston. Take a look at the pitching matchups. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. Felix goes against Joe Kelly. Chris Young against Brandon Workman. And Kuma, Sashi Iwakuma, goes against Alan Webster.
And looking at those numbers, they certainly favor the Mariners. Hopefully they have some offense over the weekend. Help the guys out. Ken Giles will take over. His 28th appearance on the year, a 1.27 ERA, 41 strikeouts and 28 in the third. Opponent sitting 196. Good fastball, mid to upper 90s, hard slider.
Saw Chris Young there. For my money, odds-on favorite, and I'm sure yours too, for comeback player of the year. Pujols, Jeter, and Teixeira certainly will get consideration.
Well, I think that, yeah, I would agree. I think Chris is deserving with the year that he has put together.
Mariners down a run.
It's especially true since there were no expectations for him.
Exactly.
He's far exceeded anything they thought they were ever going to get.
In fact, we were ready to give it to him when he hit 5 wins.
Yeah.
12. On 2 to Denarfia. Get him on, let Morrison do some work. He's having a good day. 2 for 3. And Denarfia swings through. Here's Angimente. All right, thank you, Angie. 8th inning, 1 out, Logan Morrison. Well, certainly the best game we've seen Logan play in right field. He's had to make a couple plays. He made a
strong throw to the plate.
Strong throw to the plate. He made a great recovery after that first step and then went back and makes a nice catch in the gap. And then the one in the play that was right at him was crushed.
And the key to it is fundamentally a little bit slow to react because he hasn't played out there lately anyway. He was obviously out there in spring training at the start of the year, but he did everything right, and that gave him the opportunity to make the play. And he made some really good plays out there today, and a strong throw to home.
That was really good. 2 outs, and that loaded the bases for the Phillies. Mariners got out of that situation. Got a 1-1 count. He was having a tough time this last inning or so. A lot of balls bouncing off him, going through his glove. First time Morrison is facing Giles. Two 2-1. One big swing here. See what happens. 2-2, 1-run game. 4 runs, 10 hits, and an error for the Phils. 3-10-1 for the Mariners. Outside.
Mariners have left the man on in every inning except the first. 6th inning for Phillies. They didn't leave anybody on. 3-2 to Morrison.
And he had a good fastball to hit. He was ready for the fastball. You can see him walking around a little bit frustrated. Middle in and elevated for him. Pretty good swing on it, just missed it.
Howard and Taylor hoping that Morrison can get into one here. 3-2. Strike 3 call.
That's a bad call. Logan thought he had ball 4, and you can see him. You see Trace at 98 miles an hour, well off the plate.
Veteran umpire Ron Culpa. That pitch
He
was
missed
way
it.
off.
Yeah, it was well off the plate away. It should have been ball 4.
That wasn't close.
We'll take a look at it. He's set up on the outside corner, and you can see this pitch well off the plate. Yes, he's right. That's not a strike.
Two outs. Sucre, the hitter. Sandwich a base hit in between a couple of strikeouts. Boy, that's a big strikeout. Man, oh man.
Changes everything.
Sure
Runner
does.
at first with 1 out. Have something going. Dustin Ackley has come out on that to pinch hit.
But Sucre hits it hard into the gap. He's going to dig for 2. And he gets in there with a slide. Jesus Sucre. 2-hit day.
An even bigger call now.
Oh, it's humongous.
And Ackley will hit. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the middle of the plate. Drives it into the gap. Good hustle, too, going for 2 the entire way with 2 outs. Smart play. Mike Zunino is going to come out and pinch run for Sucre. So now Brad Miller, the only one left on the bench for Lloyd.
Nice job by Jesus Sucre. 2 hits today, 2 for 4.
Well, big spot for Dustin Ackley. Pinch hitting.
Absolutely.
Mariners today 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. You see Dustin pinch hitting this year 2 for 5 with an RBI.
Mariners hottest hitter since the All-Star break. Good opportunity with 2 outs. Strike 1. See Felix on Friday in Boston. Pitch. A little late, fouled off. 0-2. Ackley trying to get to Ken Giles. Tying run, Zunino, the pinch runner. He's at second. Ackley 1 for 1 against Giles. Struck him out. 3 pitches, inning over. Threat dies. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Phillies by a run.
of the game. We take you back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies sent 7 men to the plate. Look at this. Ball gets away. Pass ball. Up the middle. Infield ground out RBI. Scoring on the play. Nieves. And then look at this. Utley throws his bat at the ball. Just out of the reach of Cano as Rollins scores. That kind of an inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, and error. 1 man left as Mike Zunino now takes over behind the dish for Sucre. He knocked out 2 hits today. And he'll be catching a new pitcher. That's Danny Farquhar.
Danny, 50 appearances on the year, 2.73 ERA, 60 strikeouts to 16 walks. Opponents hitting .223. Giving up a couple of home runs. For Danny, good fastball, around 95 miles an hour. We'll use a cutter anywhere from 89 to 91. Hard curveball and a changeup.
4th man out of the pen today. Wilhelmsen, Beimel, Mauer, now Danny Farquhar. Cody Ashe pinch hitting for the pitcher. One and one in the count. Hopefully Danny can hang a 0, and then the Mariners will have the top of the order in the top of the 9th.
And they'll have to get it done against Papelbon, getting loose in the pen. He closed out the first game of the series.
Swing and a miss. Ashe's gone. One away.
Good news for the Mariners. They'll be back at the top of their lineup.
Get on base with incredible savings and freedom of riding Sound Transit. Plan your next trip. Visit soundtransit.org. Top of the order for the Phillies. Here's Ben Revere again. Ben 1 for 4. And a stolen base and an RBI. Strike 1. Chop foul.
You mentioned the other day, but again with Danny, he comes and gets the ball back on the mound, throws strikes.
Let's go, man.
It has been really good this year.
Hair's on fire. Gotta go. Let's go. If called upon, he would certainly go up there.
Well, he has his left-handed hitting helmet on, so it is probably Cano's helmet, Cano's guard, and Cano's bat.
Absolutely.
Trying to get him some hits.
Playing a little fantasy baseball. 2 down as Taylor snags that liner. Two away. And wrap up your family's summer with a great afternoon at Safeco Field, Sunday, August 31st for Boeing Salute the Kids Day when the Mariners host the Nationals. All youngsters will score Cole Robinson Cano Lunch Cooler Bag, the perfect back-to-school accessory. Then after the game, you're invited to circle the diamond, just like the Mariners slugger. So get ready for big family fun. Pick up your tickets at mariners.com. Jimmy Rollins, a couple of runs scored today. 2 hits for him. One. One and 2. Doing 2 to Rollins.
Top of the 9th inning. Austin Jackson, Chris Taylor, and Robinson Cano for the Mariners, who trail by a run 4-3.
And again, the only position player for Lloyd McClendon is Brad Miller. He's used everybody else.
And a good pitch by Danny Farquhar down on the way to Rollins. The face top closer here, and Jonathan Papelbon. Mariners need a run to tie 2 to get the lead. So the Mariners stand a run here in Philadelphia, top of the 9th. That 4th inning really proved to be costly. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, and a man left for the Phils. There was a pass ball and a wild pitch in that inning. 7 men to the plate. Now Jonathan Papelbon takes over for the fighting Phils.
For Papelbon, a 1.58 ERA, 29 saves. He has blown 3 saves this year. 47 strikeouts, 13 walks for Papelbon. Again, we saw him in the first game. Came in to get the save. Fastball isn't what it used to be. He will be in the low 90s with his fastball. He's in a slider and a split.
So the career numbers there for Jackson against Papelbon. 1-1. Certainly a bad break in the 8th inning, as Logan Morrison called out looking at a pitch that was way outside. The next batter, Sucre, delivers a double to the left center field gap. The ball hit well center field, but Revere going to put it in his glove. Last 2 weeks, though, outstanding for the Mariners.
Well, again, I will point right to the runs per game. 5.4 runs. If they stay in that area, they're going to be just fine. They've hit 13 home runs over the last 14 games. You can see the record, 11-3. Pitching has been consistently good all year. It's good to see some offense lately. And they need a little bit more today. We saw Kyle Seager up against the rail with his batting gloves. He's hoping to use them one more time.
Here's Brad Miller pinch hitting for Chris Taylor. I believe that empties the bench. That's everybody.
Yep, nobody left. Brad was the last one. He was done in his career pinch hitting, 2 for 6. Cano waiting on deck.
Bloop and a blast territory right now. Get that, get the lead. Turn it over to Mr. Rodney. Here's Robbie Cano. 1 for 4 today. Two and one. Next stop for the Mariners, Papelbon's old stomping grounds, Boston, Fenway Park. 3 with the Red Sox. Strike to Brad. 2-2. Two pitch. Strike 3 called. 2 down.
Logan Morrison, yeah, a little frustrated since his last at bat. 3-2 count. Thought this pitch was off the plate away. You can see that it was off the plate away, and especially if you look at the EQC tracer, well off the plate.
On Culpa.
Yeah, Ron Culpa ends up bringing him up. Logan Morrison wasn't happy about it. Let Culpa know. And then right after that is when Sucre hit the double.
Here's Cano now. Last hope for the Mariners.
Clearly should have been ball 4.
Oh, goodness. Off the plate, ball 1. Cano, a .278 hitter against Papelbon. 5 for 18. Slicing line drive, base hit. Outfield was playing deep for Cano. 2-hit day for him. There's your bloop. Just need a blast.
Well, I was saying when he started, Kyle Seager up against the rail had his batting gloves in his hand, and now he's on deck. Let's take a look at the swing by Cano. Fastball, middle in, inside out swing. Seen this all summer long. Solid line drive. Cano's hit the ball hard 3 times today. His second base hit.
Mets 1-0 over the A's, top of the 3rd right now.
Morales homered in his first at bat of the afternoon, and against Papelbon, 1 for 4.
Strike 1. That's certainly a guy you want up there in this spot. And wow, is that wide. Game's tough enough, right?
Well, it is, especially when you get late in the game.
Now 0-2. Now you having seen those wide calls, you're at a bigger disadvantage as the crowd of 25,157 in this businessman special rises to its feet. Here at the bank in South Philly. 0-2 to Morales. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Phillies take 2 out of 3 from the Mariners, and a Mariner road trip at 3-3. Next stop, Boston. Tough one.
Yeah, it was. And typically the Mariners solid defensively, but some lapses in this one, and ended up costing them a couple of runs, and that turned out to be the difference in the ball game.
There you have it. 4-3. Phillies win it. Hamels wins his first game in a while. Cole had not won a game since dating back to late July. Paxton takes his first career loss, saved the Papelbon. Talk to you again from Boston right now. Mariners post-game show with Angie and Bill.